Hey YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Shenzo Plays. Today, I'm going to be continuing with more blueprints. I know, shocker. We made some good progress on a couple puzzles last time. Right now, we are kind of stuck on the Sanctum puzzle. Did eliminate a couple things and checked a whole bunch of stuff out. I know I'm being super specific, right? So specifically, I think the clue from a new clue I think we already solved. I think that has to do with turning the base of the sundial out in the garden. I think we already did that. I think we scorched it and we moved it already. I'll go double check at some point today, but I believe that's what we did. And then we are missing one more item. We did build another one of the inventions. We now need the coin purse and something else. We're missing two upgrade discs, one of which is somewhere in the archives that I don't believe we can access yet. At least I haven't found a way to access it yet. And the other one is located, I believe, in the trading post, or we need to get the showroom in order to do that. So beyond that, we're still looking for that final sanctum key and any other secrets. We did find the diary for the late Lady Epson. We found her key for that, but we don't have it anymore, so we're going to need to try to get that again at some point. But yeah, looks like we're just kind of in RNG checking right now and going through and just doing as much as we can. So YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I apologize for the longer intro today, but you guys know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, a comment on it. Please hit subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and of course, hey, ring that bell if you want to see get notified when my new video will drop. Follow me on all my social media down below, and we'll see you in a second on the other side. Welcome back, YouTube. We're about to get started here on day 64. I feel we made a lot of really good progress here. I imagine there's still so much more we got to solve. We have to still find the scepter, which I don't know where that is. We need to get the effigy and the crown all in one run. We need to have the throne room. So luckily we have a pretty good opportunity to do a lot of that, but it's a tough situation. I don't really know where we're supposed to go. So I'm going to try to keep an eye out for any signs like the Ares key or anything like that. Any place there might be. I should not be getting any more text messages or anything like that today. By the time of this recording, most work should be done. I think it's only the Pacific time that should still be active for a normal 9 to 5. But so hopefully we won't get any interruptions like we did in the last video, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. I love this game so much, and there is so much. I was telling Femzy the other day, and if you guys don't know who Femzy is, Dragon S Femzy is a very good friend of mine. Very good at Smash, very good at puzzle games, and she and I have been helping. We've been talking a lot, along with our friend Stexon, and I was telling her that, man, this game is teaching me a lot I did not know about puzzle games and like how to solve them. Like I always thought I was pretty good at puzzles, and this game is showing me that, man, there is so much I still don't understand and so much I can still learn. And some people would get kind of frustrated with that, but that's not how I feel. That's not how I feel at all. Yeah, so as you guys may remember, when we ended our run last time, we had a we got the freezer. So we're starting off with a lot of money. A lot of money. We have 119 coins and 21 um 21 diamonds. So we're starting with, I'm going to use my Banner of the King with blueprints because I think today is the day. We are finally going to get we are finally going to get the final exam. All right, got another diamond and a key. I was kind of hoping for a die there, but that's all right. And then we'll go this way. Music room already. We could get the den or the pantry. I'm gonna go with the den, even though I would prefer the music room here, just because with the den we have more options, and I want to try to make sure we have plenty of options for this classroom. And every time a classroom shows up, if we can afford it, I am going to buy it, and we should be able to afford it. I just need to make sure that we're being smart with the way we handle this. All right, let's do a redraw here. And we'll do another redraw. I don't really like any of those. And we can get the lab. I think here the lab is probably the way to go. We also do want the library at some point, but I'm not going to like stress over it. But we can get the lab, and one of the nice things about the lab here is that we can get an experiment going, and hopefully we get it early. Let's get each one, each time we have a fireplace. Because I think we did get the den already, but we still have, like, the trophy room and a couple others. So, we will... Because I don't plan to go for the archive today, if I can avoid it. Just see. Yep. And we'll remove more crates from the tunnel. Let's also log into the network here, and we'll connect with security. And we'll try to turn off the, the doors here. We'll lower the security doors and then set them to unlocked. So we'll check staff announcements. Nothing here. That's okay. Special orders. We will put in the shovel, because we do need that right now. So we're trying to find that deposit key, which I guess is just pure RNG. And then we'll remote terminal access, and we'll go into security. Okay, not important. As soon as we log in, of course. We'll view the estate inventory. There's one trunk, which, yeah, we saw that. That's in the den. Keycard system, we'll set it to low. And then we will also change the offline mode to unlocked. So that way, in case we do turn the power off, we should be good to go. And I'm just going to check here. Oh, wait, we just checked security. There's nothing else in here. Okay. I was about to say, we might want to check in here. And hey, look, there's security. We can absolutely log into that. We can do the parlor, or we can do the closet. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We do have a second closet. I don't want to get a closet here. Security would be good, but let's go with the parlor just to keep advancing. And, oh, yeah, I forgot the parlor has a fireplace. And look, the magnifying glass. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we'll try to get this, but I'm not under nearly as much pressure as I normally would be. The white box is true. The other two boxes are false. Okay, so there's a contradiction right there. And the other two boxes are empty. So if this one is true, then this one can't be true. Then this one can't be true. So therefore, one of these two is this one has to be false by definition. The white box is not true, which means the other two boxes are true, and the other two boxes are empty. So it's in the black. Got it. All right. Oh, another classroom. We could rotate it that way, but I think I'd rather rotate the classroom the other way. So let's spend one of those. And that way now we have like a little bit more room to expand without blocking off sections. So here we go. Mathematics. Seems like so long ago when we even got to these two, because I know it took us a while to get to like grade 4. Oh man. Drawing room is pretty good here. We could also go with the storeroom though. Of course, the only downside of the storeroom is we'd have only one option to move forward and no redraws. But we do have the rotation, so I guess let's go with the storeroom to grab some keys. And a dig spot, so if we do find the shovel. But that was kind of my concern, is I'm like, the farther we head north, the more likely it's going to be that we're going to need keys. So let's just get the storeroom and call it good there. And now we have some keys. We get those early, and we can get the gallery or the pantry. We could rotate the pantry. I think I'll go with the gallery here, though, because this will give us some more diamonds and a room 8 key. And that'll give us some allowance tokens for later, which is going to be really nice. And a couple more gems, of course, too. I think the drawing room is where I want to go here. I do like the workshop. I normally get that every time, but the drawing room has a fireplace, so we remove another crate. It will give us access there. And over here, we get we get a free redraw. All right, we can get security or a classroom. I think I'm going to go with the classroom here. I don't really feel like rotating it, though. So let's rotate let's get the classroom. No items or coins on the desk. We have had security as an option a couple times, which is kind of nice. We get the pool, the closet, or the dormitory. I think I'll go with the pool. That way, if we do find the sledgehammer, we have more options, which will be nice. We have 3 trunks now. We get the office, the mailroom, or the utility closet. I think if you're going to make me choose, I want to rotate the office and go north. We can grab another diamond, so that'll pay for the rotation. We still have plenty. I'm not super worried about that. And yeah, we don't need to spread gold around right now. Dining room or security? Let's go with security. That way we don't have to access, like we don't have to backtrack too much. No, you know what? We'll go with the dining room. We'll go with the dining room. Make sure we have enough steps. Make sure we have enough steps. And dining room, surprisingly, does not have a fireplace. All right. Pump room or music room? I think we got to go music room here. We get that major key and that minor key. Silver, perfect. Silver key is absolutely perfect. That's exactly what we needed. And now hopefully we'll draw a classroom. Hopefully. Normally I would love the drafting studio. Let's rotate that classroom. And here's grade 4. Get some more steps in. And a gem. Paid for itself. More like it paid for the rotation, but that's still fine. Special key, or we just use a normal key. Let's use a normal key here. We'll save the special key for our next stage up. And we can go kennel, mailroom, or pantry, or redraw. I think I want to do a redraw. Workshop, dormitory, or chamber of mirrors. Let's redraw again. Conference room. I feel like that way now if we spread, everything will be here. So let's do that. And we hit rank 5. So we get an additional 10 from our lunchbox, which is pretty nice. And we could head that way, but I'd rather go this way for now. And we have a classroom, the library, or the garage. So the garage would give us 3. But again, I do want to go with the classroom, so we're going to rotate that up so we can continue. I'll tell you, this Blessing of the Dancer with this build has been an absolute lifesaver. We still have 16 gems, and we're on grade 5. We only need 4 more classrooms. Aquarium, locker room, which would spread keys throughout the house. Or we could redraw. I think let's spread the keys. I think that's a good investment here. And while we're at it, while we have plenty of space, we'll also go back to the office and spread gold as well. So we'll run payroll. And then we'll spread the gold in the estate as well. Okay. Probably should have waited till we hit rank 8, but that's alright. I think we were still a little ways away from that anyway, so might as well retrace the steps now. And we'll just collect everything. But yeah, now we have plenty of keys, plenty of gold, plenty of diamonds. There we go. All right. Let's head in through the locker room. We don't need to open any of these. We'll use one of our 11 keys we've got now. Pump room, dark room, laundry room. I guess out of everything here, the pump room is probably the best one. Like, the only reason I don't like the dark room is because we don't have the utility closet yet. Normally I would jump all over that, but I don't feel like taking a gamble this late. Especially when we have so many dead ends. And we have a key card, so we can't even advance in this room. Maybe the dark room would have been the right choice. Okay, let's go back down to the conference room. We do have another opening, which is kind of nice. We'll use our silver key here. Gymnasium, Cloister of Arindia, or the Archives. I think we want to go with the Cloister here, if I'm going to be completely honest. And now let's move down here, since we have so many open doors. Let's go, I don't want to spend diamonds like they're out of style, so let's go with, we'll try one rotation on security, and that's exactly what I wanted. Okay. We can do the dark room. I think I do want to go the dark room here. Power is going to go out, but that's fine because we only have one guest now, and that's over here. All right, we've got 2 that cost 1 gem, so there could be a classroom here. Let's take a gamble. Clock tower. Okay, you know, not what I wanted, but at least it's out of the pool now. So that's pretty good. We made it to rank 7, I think. Yeah, 7. So again, not ideal, but it could be worse. And we also will need to check and see if there's an item in security, which is kind of nice. Rotunda here is perfect. This is the most perfect draw we could have asked for because now we have access to every single section. Reading Nook. Yeah, let's do the Reading Nook there. That'll give us a key and access to the library. And then we'll rotate the Rotunda. We'll use a key here. No problem. Library, mailroom, or ballroom. Let's invest in the ballroom so that way we have plenty of options for the classrooms. How many more classrooms do we need? Let's see. We have, I think, 5 of them, right? So we need 4 more. I think we'll be okay. Hopefully. Or, you know, we could just draft the library here instead. Let's just draft the library, and then we don't have to worry about drafting the library in the Nook. So before we advance there, let's go through the Nook, because I think this is going to dead-end us, most likely. One way or the other. Use the key. We can draft the library, or we can draft the Mechanarium. Ooh. Let's go with the Mechanarium, just because I think we have a handful. Yeah, we have the lab. We have a handful. I think this is worth it. And yeah, that'll open up that door, which is good. We open up this door, and there should be something back here. Hopefully it's a key. Nope, it's the way to room 46. That's fine. We get the workshop, the drafting studio, or the coat check. I think I'll go with the workshop here. Not that I really want the workshop here. But, oh, hey, look at that. It gave us the coin purse. That's kind of nice. We don't really have a ton of items, so... And I don't think the magnifying glass goes with that. We'll use a normal key here. Let's go with the observatory. This should give us some stuff. And then we now have access to room 46. Alright. Clavis the key. Gives us 1 key. And sale. Everything's 50% off today. Okay. Alright, let's head back down. And I think we can... Let's make a run back to the dining room. But let's go through the rotunda. Because I think I blocked that area off and we want to have access to it, so... But yeah, we'll go eat, and then we'll go into the library. We'll get the book we need for the rest of the cipher, but I think we already did that. We have key 8, but we're not on rank 8, so key 8 won't work. Need to draft a classroom here. I'm starting to kind of panic a little bit that we haven't been getting enough classrooms. Maybe going with blue was a bad idea. All right. Down here, through the classroom. And we will enjoy our food, which looks like we don't have the trophy room, but that's okay. We only need the 20 steps anyway. That'll be fine. All right, got 20 additional steps, which should be plenty. And now let's race up and go through the kennel, and we'll try to get a classroom up over there in the corner. Oh, I went the wrong way. It's the dark room. We don't need that. All right, kennel here. Hello, puppers. Always got to make sure you pet the puppers. It's a rule. I didn't make up the rule, but it is a rule. Classroom, exactly what we needed. Classroom 6, 3 more to go. I don't think there's anything else here. There's our trophy room. I think that'll be good, but let's use our redraws here and we'll try to get another classroom. Again, trying to get another classroom. That's the goal here. Pool hall wouldn't be bad, but nope. Still trying to find a classroom. Oh, the rumpus room, though. No, got to stick to my goal. We have to go with the classroom here. Especially because this will give us redraws, which will be nice. So, and a hall pass. Nice. Got a hall pass. Okay, grade 7. We need 2 more. Aquarium would be good because that would at least give us a way up, guaranteed. And it would connect the library. Or we could try to redraw. Classroom, but let's rotate. All right. Grade 8. This is it, everybody. The moment we've all been waiting for. Everything, it all comes down to this. We will have a bunch of redraws to try and find that last classroom. We have 13 of them. I'm going all in. We have done it, ladies and gentlemen. We have gotten the final, we have reached the final exam. You'll now have 30 minutes to complete 18 pages of questions related to the curriculum in the 8 grades. Skip it and come back later. All right, open book. Let's go. Sam left his house at 6 a.m. and drove 5 hours west and passed 8 flags. He then turned north at Tanner Fork and drove 2 hours north and passed 4 flags of the same color before arriving at Trinsdale at noon. What color were the flags? Well, if he's in Tanner Fork, I would imagine they're black flags, right? Or no, they're red flags. Where does Sam live? God, I don't know. I would imagine if he's going at Trinsdale, well, let's see. I think I opened up that. But I think it's all red flags because he's in Trinsdale and Tanner Fork, I believe, are both in are in Orinda, right? Or rather, I should say in Fen Aries now. So let me see. Where is my map here? Here it is. Okay. Let's see. Tanner Fork is 10. So if he drove 5 hours west, and past 8 flags, and then turn north at Tanner Fork. Tanner Fork is 10. 5 hours west. It sounds like he started at number 11, which would be the West Depot. But then there's Fen Central. No, I'm sorry. If he's going 4 hours west, I don't know where that would be. It's not Ruffington. And then Trinsdale at noon. Where's Trinsdale? Trinsdale's number 14. Yeah, so if he traveled west, 16 is borderline. I think he would be at Oris. He's not in Naraha. If he drove 4 hours west and passed 8 flags, he then turned north to Tanner Fork and drove 2 hours north and passed 4 flags before a Trinsdale. What color were the flags? I imagine that is indeed going to be from Oris, because the Grand City of Fen, well, let me see. 1 is Oris, but he's traveling west. Then he turned north at Tanner Fork and drove 2 hours north and arrived at Trinsdale. Trinsdale's number 14 on the Metro line. If he's heading west, it's to the left. Fen Central is 5, which is on the west. Oris is in the Oris train hall anyway, is south of Tanner Fork. So I would imagine the answer here is Oris, not the Grand City of Fen. If I have my directions correct. But we'll skip it and come back. Hallways are orange. Least patriotic room pairing. Bedroom in Araha. It would be the greenhouse in Costa Rica, I'm pretty sure. Because the chapel's red, the shop is yellow, but Costa Rica's color is orange. What is the color of fruit that gives you 3 steps? Orange is 4. Apple is, I think it's a banana, right? A banana gives 3 steps, so yellow. Solve the following problem. 5 minus 5 times 2. That is 0. 5 times 2 plus 2 times 2. So that is 10, 12, 24. All right, 5 minus 2 is 3, times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16, minus 5 is 11. 10 times 4 is 40, divided by 5 is 8, minus 4 is 4. 1 minus 4 is 3, is negative 3, times 2 is negative 6, plus 7 is 1. Negative 1, negative 8, negative 4, negative 20. Because it's 3 minus 4 is negative 1, times 8 would be negative 8, divided by 2 is negative 4, times 5 is 20. Negative 20, right? Because, yeah, it's not order of you don't do an order of operations, so 3 minus 4 is negative 1 times 8 divided by 2. Plus 5, not times. Yeah. Minus that's negative 4, so it's 3 minus 4 times 8 is negative 8. Divided by 2 is negative 4 plus 5. That's why I kept screwing up. Which element on the periodic table is represented by the symbol C? God. Directly below helium is neon, I'm pretty sure. And which is not a real element found on the periodic table. Oof. They did say we can take notes, so I may have to, it's an open book exam, so I may come back to this one, but I'm pretty sure it's carbon, neon, and then I think it's the double L. I'm pretty sure. Alien AG, isn't that silver? Which elements could not be used in the spelling of the word clues? I think it's radon, right? How many elements are in the top row of the periodic table? There's 2. City of Fen is south of which small body of water? Oh gosh. I think it's the Morning Bay, right? But we'll double check. How many cities in Fen areas are larger than Reddington? Isn't Reddington like the 4th largest? Which of the following realms is not near Fen Aries? That is Coral Rico, which is on the other side of the world. Arc Aries is the mountains. Directly north of Araha, Fen Aries. Where are you right now as you take this exam? We are in Mount Holly, Reddington, and Fen Aries, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we are in the city of Reddington, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll double check. Which 2 pieces of art would be the best pair to depict the letter B? A birch tree and an oak tree. No. Hay bale, mug of ale. No. Bale and ale, actually. Yeah, would be. Bale and ale. Bird and bookstore, no. Wings and honey. Yeah, it's hail and bale. Or rather, bale and ale, I should say. Not displayed in the grade 5 classroom. Oh god. Okay, I remember the bride. I think the flan was. I think it's jungle. I may go back and I may just look up some of these answers, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to see how well I do before we do it. Which of the following piece of art is not displayed in Mount Holly's entrance hall? No, it was Face and Ace, Trisdale, and Realize. Face and Ace definitely are. Can you find the difference? Yeah, I don't even know. Who was the first crowned ruler of Fen Aries? General Teskin, I believe it was. In which era were the railways of Fen Aries destroyed? I think it was the 6th, because I think it was the War of the 5th. 22 years for the War of the 5th era. I specifically remember that. Pretty sure it was General Teskin, because Learson died, and these 2 were rulers of Orinda Aries. I think it was the 6th era, which is the current era. First capital. That I don't know. A dirigible to headway the victory parade. That was Nuance. Green. War of the 5th era was fought on the southern shores near what famous landmark? I want to say it was the Royal Museum of Fen, but I'm not 100% sure. Might have been Colossus Orinda. Okay. This is where I'm going to need to look up on my math because I don't remember. I believe... Yeah, first ruler was Teskin. War of 5th era was 22 years. And here we go. So, yeah, with the square, that's 36. Don't square to your there. I think that's 9 minus 3 is 6. I'm pretty sure. This one inverses, if I remember correctly. So 16 becomes 61. So this would be 21. 11 divided by 3 rounded to the first digit. So that would be 3. So I think you round down. You just ignore it. 16 times 5 divided by 2. Minus 1, and then you flip it. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5 times 3 is 7.5. Minus 1 is 6.5. Divided by 6 is 1.5. And then adding 100. I think that's just 100. So I think you just add the 100 and then round to, it looks like 3 digits. So yeah, I think that would just be 100. Hugh is the Eurasian word for house. Nev Yate mean in Eurasian. New something. I think it's new gate, right? Let me check. Nev Yate is, yeah, gate, and then Nev is new. So new gate. Tre ven lay can be translated several different ways. Which of the following not an acceptable interpretation? Okay, so lay is a lack of myself. Tre ven is tree ven. Ven is old, so it's an old tree. I cannot see the tree trunk, and I am not an old tree. I believe it's I cannot see the tree trunk. I think. How would you say the following phrase in Arajan? A very, very long name. I think that's Ura Joram, but I'm not sure. Count me out. So that would be El Count Vo, maybe? Using the provided Arajan terms for cardinal directions above, which would be the clearest way you could give directions to someone at point A to get them to point B? Would be in, at. Yeah, so you go north. Well, actually, the clearest way would literally just be like at. Yeah, at Trey, I think would be the clearest way. In ancient Orinda, the number 8 was considered by Ajuran's scholars to be mathematically near perfect, though many of the secular sphere hold only this advanced form of 8 was worthy of numerical perfection. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, since this is an open book exam, and I think I did okay, I think we'll just look over some of the answers and see what's up. So give me 1 second, and we're going to use our notes from our friends over at Reddit. All right. So I have all the answers for all 46 questions, which is very appropriate, I might add. And we're just going to review how I did, and we'll probably knock out the rest. So it was red flags, as I suspected. Oris is the correct answer for number 2, so would have had that right, but I didn't put it, so that doesn't count. Orange, greenhouse, and Cocorica. Yellow is the correct answer. 0, 24, 11. I can do basic math. Hell yeah. 4, 1, 1. Got those right. Carbon. So I would have been correct, but I didn't mark it. So again, doesn't count. Neon is the one directly below. So I would have had that one right as well. LL was also correct. So I would have had that. AG is silver, so I would have had that one right as well, and I would have had Radon correct as well. There are 2. Morning Bay was correct. Actually, no, I would have gotten that one wrong because I didn't know what it was. How many cities of Fen areas are larger than Reddington before I look over the answer? I'm going to just take a guess to you guys. I'm going to say 2. And I'm correct. Nice. Which of the following realms are not near Costa Rica, so that's pretty cool. We did get the mountains, A, which is really good. Which realm is directly north? It's Fen Aries. Mount Holly, Reddington, Fen Aries. So I would have had that correct if I had actually committed, but I don't count it. Hay Bale, Mug of Ale. Jungle was the one we didn't see in there. Which piece of art? I'll just take a guess with you guys right here and say it was Realize, but I'm not sure. Would have been correct. Okay. Can you find the difference for 27? I think that's Orinda and Orindia. So I? Oh, wow, I got that right. Whew. Teskin was the first leader. It was the 6th era that they destroyed the rail system. 22 years. First capital was the Grand City of Fen, which makes sense. I probably should have known that. Nuance gave the dirigible, and then it was the Colossus Orinda, so I would have had that wrong. I think I said the Royal Museum of Fen. Back in math here, 36 here. This is 9 squared minus 3, which is 6. I'm going to try to do these on my own since I'm kind of, cheating on some of the other ones. 21. Yep, okay. 11 divided by 3 rounded to the single digit. That would be like 3 point something. So I'm going to say 3. Okay, it says here the correct answer is 4, so I would have had that one wrong. 16 plus 5 is yeah, so 16 plus 5 is 21. Times 2 is 42. Minus 1 is 41. And then you flip it is 14. Yep, got that one right. Okay. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Times 3 is 7.5, but it's rounded to 2 digits. Minus 1 is 6.5. Times 6 is 36. Rounded to 3 digits plus 100, I think would be like 136 point change. So I think it's still 100. No, it says here 200, really. Okay, interesting. Would have gotten that one wrong. Word for house is Hugh, Newgate, and I cannot answer for 42 is B. Oh, so I got that one wrong. Interesting. My tree is not very old. This one I have no idea, but I would have got it right. Urayoram is the correct answer. Count me out. I think I went with El Count Vo. And that is incorrect. It's just Lay, which makes sense. So Ajin. So start north, east of Trey, Isaja Trevo. Okay. And final answer, the only one that makes it perfectly symmetrical, represented perfectly. I don't think it's these two because this involves rounding. I think it's D. Oh! How do we do? I'm pretty sure we only missed one. Okay. Did we fail? I don't know what we're doing here, so do you have to get 100% on it? Let me see. An A or an A plus? Okay, so that will be so. Okay, you don't find out until the next day. Okay, I panicked for a minute. I'm like, did we fail? All right. Well, we did it. Um. We don't really have anything else to do here, so let's go with the attic and see if maybe we get a good run. But we'll see what happens. Coupon book, and then we'll run to the workshop. Treasure map, which is awesome, except for that we don't have the shovel yet. Compass, which also doesn't really matter here. 2 more keys, and I guess we'll open the trunk since I don't think we have any more rooms we can. And look, more keys. Hell yeah. Who doesn't like keys, everybody? Am I right? Yeah, we don't have the shovel. So, okay, we took the final exam. And we'll see if we can graduate elementary school curriculum, which I had to like look up the answers for about half the questions. So, yeah, and if you guys are wondering, hey, why did Shenzo just, decide to look up the answers on the final exam? Here's the truth. I've been trying to get to that final exam multiple times, and I did not feel like trying to retake it. That's the truth. So I did not want to risk having to do it again. So I'm like, yep, we'll answer as many as I can. I'll share my answers with you guys, so I'm not cheating before we submit anything or before I look it up, and then you guys can judge me all you want. But yeah, I guarantee you that like if I had been live streaming this, I would have asked. Okay, what was the one book we need? I think it's Realm and Ruin, right? Yeah. Okay. I think we already did this, but we'll probably go check here in a minute. And we will head to the workshop. I just want to rotate this so it's actually in a direction I can use. But we finally got the final exam, and I think we did okay. I think we only missed one. But we'll see. And again, if anyone judges me, you have my full permission to do so. Like you really do. I don't mind. But I don't think I would have gotten an A. Let me put it that way. I just didn't want to have to do that whole thing again. Okay, so the coin purse does not match with any of these. So the coupon book and the lockpick were not it. I already knew it wasn't the compass or the magnifying glass. Yeah, nothing there either. So we could open lockers, but we've already kind of opened everything in there, and I don't expect to get anything like too new. We could potentially get the key card, but I don't know. I feel this was a really successful run. I don't feel we need to do anything else super crazy here. Let's go open up the chests, just so we do. Man, they sure do love giving us keys this run, huh? But yeah, this was a good run. I'm glad we did this today. I'm glad we finally reached the classroom for the final exam. That makes me kind of happy. And yeah, you know, we did a good job. So let's go check the sundial. I'm pretty sure we did this rotation already, and that's what triggered the satellite. But I'm gonna go double check anyway, just to be safe. Because I think, yeah, that's what opened this, was we had to move and align the sundial, the scorched sundial. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Yep, there's the alignment. We had to fix the rotate this, and that's why it opened, because these were not there were a couple areas that weren't lined up, so we had to line them all up. That's right. And yep, and that's what opened and revealed that. So I believe that is I think it's, yeah, going to be something like turn the sundial base is probably what it will be. That's probably what that code will be. So we did already solve it. That's all right. But yeah, successful day, I would say. We had a successful run. And we have done the final exam, which hopefully we will pass and not have to worry about ever again. Is there anything else we can really do? Could have used key 8 at the classroom, actually, but that's all right. We did get 2 more triggers, which is good. We have 1 more blessing of the dancer. Didn't draft any shops, which is fine. And yeah, now we can continue to do what we did, but we will get a key because we have the clock tower. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, I feel really good about this run, guys. I think we did a pretty good job. So let's call it a day here. And we'll do, let me check the time. So I will be right back because it is time for, it is time to feed my dog. We did a grand campus. We no longer have to do the schoolhouse, which is fantastic. One less thing. Well, we'll see, but I'm pretty sure we will since we looked up all the answers. Yeah, guys, let me be right back. And hey, YouTube, welcome back. I have returned and I'm ready to get started once again. So we will start a new day. Had to just answer a couple text messages and make sure my dog was fed. So he's got his food. He's not hungry at the moment, but he'll go eat when he's ready. And yeah, let's hop into another day. Day 65. We're going to find out if we passed. And it looks like with the trophy on the case, we did. Shocker. But we did it. Together. YouTube, we did it. Yep, so we didn't do well on Arajan, but that's okay. And we will take the diploma trophy. Alrighty, so awesome. We have another trophy added, which is good. That'll give us 1 more and 1 less thing we got to worry about. So yeah, I definitely can say this. I would not have passed it without the help of the open notes. So that's always kind of nice. But yeah, we did a good job there, I think. All right, we can get the tomb again, or the tool shed. I think root cellar could also be good. Huh. Let's go with the root cellar. Probably won't have the shovel in there, but I have to check because otherwise that's going to bother me if I don't. Okay. And let's use our Banner of the King power to get green rooms. Because again, our goal is we have to hopefully try to get the vault. That is the hope and the prayer we're on right now. But yeah, we're doing pretty well, I would say. How many trophies do we have? Let's grab our allowance and check. Oh, we already grabbed the allowance. I'm an idiot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we need 8 trophies in order to unlock like the next section. Like the next kind of bonus. I think there's like blue tents in the Mount Holly gift shop. So that's about where we're at right now. And we're working on a couple of them. Hey Tanner boy, you good? You got some food, bud, if you're hungry. Your dinner has been served, my guy. You okay? I love you, Mr. Tanner. Alright, he's going to go eat. That boy is going to be that boy is going to be 11 years old in a couple months. And you would not know it most days by looking at him. He does not act like he is 10 years old. But yeah, pretty wild. Oh, let's go with the hallway. We'll stack up on some keys early. Utility closet's probably good to go here. Parlor's always solid, of course, but I don't know. I kind of feel like if we try to focus on getting some dead ends, I think we'll be good. Should this be the dead end run? I wonder. Yeah, we'll get the utility closet. We won't go in yet because we don't actually... Well, no, that's not true. We should use it. Let's turn off the keycard system. Off the gymnasium. Pool hall's probably a good option here. We do need to solve this. This is one of the trophies we're working on. Involves math. 13. Alright. 2 plus 1 is 3, squared is 9, minus 20. Because, yeah, no, it's 5 squared 25. 5, right. Don't square till you're there. Okay, 10 divided by 5 is 4. Times 1 squared is 16. Plus 4 is 20. No. Okay. 5. 10. Divided by 5 is 4. Times 1 squared is 16. Plus 4 is 20, right? So yeah, yellow's subtraction. Pink's multiplication. Oh no! It's 10, not... 10 divided by 5 is 2, not 4. 2 times 1 squared plus 4 is 6. Oh, it's 8. Oh my god. I can't do math, guys. I can't do math all of a sudden. Good boy, Tanner. Did you enjoy your dinner, dude Groovy? 10 minus 10 divided by 5 is 2. Times 1 is 2. Squared is 4, plus 4 is 8. Minus 9 divided by 3 minus times 1 divided by 3 squared is 1. No? Okay. Looks like I have to do something else. Don't square till you're there. 2 plus 1 is 3. Or 2 squared plus 1 squared. Yes, that's what it is. I had to square both of them. Okay. Yeah. 2 squared plus 1 squared is 25. And then you square that 2. And that leaves us with minus 20, which is 5. This is going to be 8. Okay. Minus 9 divided by 3 is negative 3 squared is 9. Times 1 divided by 3 is 3. Squared again is 9. Got it. I'm making progress, guys. You know, my brain works on occasion. In before the comment, this is why he had to cheat on the exam, and to which I respond, "You right. I have no excuse and/or justification. You are 100% correct." But I'm also not going to lie about it. So for whatever that's worth. Yeah, the aquarium's now free. Let's grab that. We do need the reading nook. Oh, the compass. That'll help. God, we really got to find the shovel. It's like the #1 thing we need to find. Workshop would be good here. Yeah, let's go with the workshop. Hopefully it'll give us the sledgehammer, or even better, the shovel. Coin purse, okay. Okay. I'm not mad about getting the coin purse here. I'm not mad about that in the slightest. Alright, let's go down into the aquarium here. We'll actually go down via the den and go up that way. Another aquarium. The parlor, or the bedroom. Let's go with the aquarium here. Jam. Dang, it's really something else there. Kitchen or the nook? I want to go the nook here. Getting the pantry might have been good, but let's get the reading nook for the library, because that'll be guaranteed to be here. And now we can check the cipher. Magnifying glass, hell yeah. Okay, so the cipher, we need page 13, word 10. I would imagine it's the. So this is page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn scorched sundial base. Yeah, so we did do that already. Okay. So it wasn't the, I was wrong. But we did get the book cipher. So we did figure that out after we had already solved that problem, thanks to Femsy's help. By the way, Femsy was the one who gave me the clue there. All right. But yeah, so one less thing we got to worry about there, which is kind of nice. And now we can just do what we want. Because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. Don't want to get my video stricken. So yeah, we had 7 hours to our inheritance, which honestly isn't that bad. We've been playing this game for about 78 hours. And we solved 27, and we've only missed 2 parlors. So not bad, I would say. We have 7 red letters and 6 sanctum keys. And then we did take the final exam. And that should be in here now. Yeah, it was the Reddington Herald. I should have known that immediately. My top 3 checked items are the Cursed Effigy, the Salt Shaker, and the car keys. I always draft the courtyard, the den, and the reading nook. Always go with the throne room, because, yeah. Especially now that it's free. And yeah, we're just missing whatever the heck that is with the coin purse and something else. But yeah, we've got all of these other stamps, which is kind of nice. And we always seem to pass up the maid's chamber, the dorm, and the planetarium. And we got an A+ on the highest on the final exam. Only missing, I think, one. So I'll take it. Okay. Let's draft. Commissary, we do want that. The shovel should be in here. So let's get that shovel. Shovel, sleeping mask, and the metal detector. I know it's not the best investment. We will probably not be... yeah, we'll get the courtyard here. But before we advance, I'm going to retrace our steps, and we're gonna dig everywhere. Is it probably the smartest choice? Because we could potentially get the jackhammer. Probably not. But you know what? I have made my decision. I have spoken. Alright, let's just make sure there isn't a place to dig in here, because sometimes they like to do that. No? Okay, and then we will... Yeah, another reason I wanted to go through all of this is because, you know, bedroom bonus. And we'll also dig in the foundation, although we'll probably end up retracing our steps in there anyway, but... Yeah, I really need to find, we really need to find the safe deposit key. That's what I'm digging for. I don't know if your chances of getting that go up with the jackhammer, but I also don't feel we're very guaranteed to get the jackhammer this run. But that's just little old me. You know, that's just my my 2 cents. I don't think there's anything over here, but oh, there was a dig spot. Okay, I did that. But old shoe. Damn it. Curses. Flipsy, I'm sorry you had to hear that. And some dig spots out here. And then we'll go to the freaking root cellar and dig all that up too. We are not having a lot of luck with our digging today. Though we did get 6 coins back, which is kind of nice. Alright, we'll head out to the root cellar, and then we will continue to build and explore the mansion. Alrighty. Dig this root cellar. A brick. Pebbles. Oh, come on, root cellar. You gotta have something for me here. A coin. Old shoe. A turnip. Well, that didn't go as well as I had hoped. But that's okay. That's a-okay. Alright. Let's go through the courtyard, and then we'll go around through the foundation. Still gotta kind of try and keep an eye out for where we can use that Ares key. Oh, look, the sledgehammer. That's going to be useful. Alright, got some coins. Sledgehammer. And look at that. We're collecting a lot of money. We're already back up to 40 coins. Oh, man. You know, the garage would be really nice here. Will give us 3 keys. I think the garage is the way to go here. Plus, we also turned power back onto it, so... Coin, okay. And there's also something on the floor. A coin right there, okay. And a rock. There we go. So that's open now. Bedroom, chapel, or corridor? I think we do bedroom here. I was really hoping for a trunk. That would have been awesome. But beggars can't be choosers. And look at that. We have 11 keys, so let's use one. Walk-in closet to get 4 items. Could be useful. Or we could do the observatory. Let's do the walk-in closet. Just because I think we are on... Alright, so there's 2. Oh, car keys. Nice. And the coupon book. Okay. Let's go use those car keys. Secret garden key. Nice. All right. And we get the lockpick as well. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Feel pretty good about the sheer number of items we have. So let's head back. And we will now go up through the foundation. So we kind of blocked that one out. But hey. Let's also just eliminate what we've got here. So we know it's the coin purse. All right. And none of those will build anything. Can we even build anything else? I don't think so. Well, we could use the metal detector and we could make the sound amplifier, but I don't really see the point in doing that if I'm going to be completely honest. Office, mailroom, or closet? I don't really like any of these if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Closet could give us 2 items. Let's go with the mailroom so we can set ourselves up for success tomorrow. If we're going to dead end this, I don't really want to use the office right now. Yeah, Randolph keeps sending us letters, which I'm super happy about. Don't mind that at all. Can't use the secret garden key here, so I guess we'll have to use one of our 10 other ones. Oh, darn. I honestly would have preferred if it had been rotated the other way, so let's rotate the drawing room. We'll spend a gem on that, and then we'll get a gem back. And let's try to knock out as many of these rooms as we can. Servant spare quarters to get some more keys. I think that could be useful. I don't mind the pool, but I just don't like the direction of the pool. I don't want to spend another gem on that. Turn up, okay. More steps. More steps are always welcome. And, hey, look, a gem. Okay, let's use the secret garden key here. This will spread fruit all throughout the mansion, which is awesome. And give us several dig spots. Got a key. Okay. Yeah, again, I think the vault has a much higher chance of being drawn the more north we go. But, yeah. Anyway. One of these days I would love to draft the garden and the secret garden, I should say, and the garage in the same side. I haven't been able to do that yet, but it would be kind of cool if we could. A key? Okay, let's flip this, and then we'll switch it, and we get to rotate I'll get to rotate both, which will be really nice. And that way we can open up room 46. I don't know if this will be the run we get it, but potentially we could open it. I still have no idea where to find the key of berries. I don't think I've seen any hints. Doesn't mean there aren't any. It just means I haven't seen them. Allegedly, there's also supposed to be a certain type of key we can use in the archive, but I haven't seen that either. So, all right, let's head south. Security, I think this will be a good one because this will show us like, oh, we probably have like a million freaking fruits, but security will be good because then we have easy access. We can actually maximize now the number of rooms. So yeah, there's 8 fruit. Okay, that's cool. So if we go through, but on the key card system, we can now set the security level to high and the offline mode to unlocked. And let's go back to the security menu and we'll log into the network. Staff services, staff announcements first. There is a new one. A few nights ago, I saw Florilus in the sky, which is incredibly auspicious as tomorrow marks the beginning of Morajai's winter harvest and the celebration of the third paragon, Rena. Farmers of Morajai always refer to angels of the natural order, and a preference Herbert adopted in his final use after his trip there. And Simon, last week I started making a list of upgrade discs I knew of. It's only half of them, but hopefully it will be of some help. Ladyship's chamber, mechanarium, freezer, morning room, tomb, great hall, vault, and garage. That is help. Unfortunately, we have found all of those, but still, much appreciated. And again, we will go for the shovel because I think that is what we need right now, if I'm going to be completely honest. And let's also remote terminal into the lab, and we'll start an experiment too. I got to get in the habit of doing like all of this, and I think I've been pretty good about it recently, but you never know. Always good to reinforce it, especially since it's just me talking to, honestly, to nobody at the moment. Tanner's here, but, you know, he's, ooh, this one could be good. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, we can either add 1 gold to the allowance or permanently increase lockpicking skills. I think increasing lockpicking skills is going to be the most useful here. I was kind of hoping we would have the remove a crate or get mail, but lockpicking is the next thing I would have picked, so beggars can't be choosers. We can get the patio, which would spread more gems around, or the veranda to get more items. Let's go with the patio here. Old shoe. Another old shoe. 3 coins. Come on. You gotta give me something halfway decent here, game. Come on. Okay, another key to add to the collection. Could be worse, I suppose. You know, the locksmith could be pretty good here. Or we could go to the closet. Let's go with the closet. A gem and a key. I was actually hoping for a reroll, but that's okay. Again, beggars can't be choosers, right? Okay, let's go retrace our steps because there's going to be fruit everywhere. So, not rush through, not rush through. Okay. Fruit in here. Nice. As I was like, I'm pretty sure apple and thinking about the quiz, I was like, yeah, I was pretty sure that wasn't going to be the case, but all right, we'll go this way. Apple. Salt Shaker is coming in kind of clutch here, I'm going to be honest. Really adding a lot of value to the fruit we're collecting. I'm just trying to get as many of the gems as I can. Apple. Commissary, nothing in here. Gem in here. Check the garage. Orange. Apple in the bedroom. And a banana in the closet. Man, that sounds like an innuendo. Okay, so we checked all those rooms. Now we just have to check the hallway, utility closet, terrace, and pool hall, and that's fine because I kind of wanted to check the utility closet again anyway, just to make sure that I did in fact turn off the security doors, which would not be the first time I forgot. As you guys can tell, I am struggling a little bit today mentally, but I'm still really having a great. I love this game so much. I really do. It's such a good game. Let's turn off the dark room. Keycard entry system is off. Okay. Whoops, I turned the garage power off. I meant to turn off the dark room. I'm like, that doesn't look right. Let me double check that. And there is an apple over here. And we'll check the terrace because there should be a gem in here. All right, awesome. We have successfully emptied out, I believe, the entire house. Security system has been set to high. And now what we really need, quite honestly, is I need the showroom. That's what I really need. I need the showroom and the vault. How many dead ends have we drafted? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to draft 13 more dead end rooms. I don't think that's going to happen on this run, if I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think so. But we do still have 2 northern doors that we can get. I don't really want any of these here. Like, I would normally be all over the solarium, but let's redraw. I think passageway is a good investment here. That gives us a lot of opening room. And we could dead end to, like, over at the secret passage. And look at that. 2 security doors we can bypass to increase our lockpicking skill. Man. Again, I don't really want either of these here. But I guess if you made me choose, we'll draft the library just so we can continue moving. We'll unlock this door. Oh, we got the rumpus room. I do want to see what we have in store here. So I'm going to draft the rumpus room there, and we'll go in there in a minute. And then we'll bypass this door too. And we've got the parlor, the maid chamber, the solarium here. Let's go with the solarium here. I don't mind dead-ending this location because we have the garden. And we can get, like, the veranda, I think, over there, potentially, as the draw. So, okay, let's go into the rumpus room. We'll collect some money. And we will hear what Elzara has to say. It's been a while since we've seen Elzara. I was watching my friend Grayson over at Hangtime play this last night at the time of this recording. And he got Elzara for the first time. And it was very cool to see his reaction. Oh, this is his last one. So this is his last hint. I think that means we are officially in the end game. Yes, please, Elzara. Interesting. So it sounds like the Key of Ares is used somewhere underground, but I don't know where that would be. Standing in snow, I wonder if that means... I wonder if that means that Mary fled to Cocorica, the snowy mountain top. Treasure trove could be nice. Would also block off the southern entrance, which isn't bad, but then it would push the whole... Yeah, let's go with the treasure trove. I was thinking about the secret passageway, but we have 16 keys, so let's see what this says. 2 realms have the same color banner. Well, that's not true. Like, we legitimately know that's not true. Archives here, I think, is the way to go, unfortunately. I don't want to dead end anywhere. I don't like the archives. You know, my opinion of the archives has just substantially improved. Because now we just need the broken lever, which we can find potentially anywhere. Dark room. And then we'll need to run all the way down and turn on the power to the dark room again. But first, let's try and find the dining room. We can probably do the wine cellar here. I think that's fine. We could also gamble with the archive, but I think this is okay to get a dead end here and get some additional gems. And the vault, I think, costs 3 gems. So if we see that, we gotta go for it. I don't want to lose half my steps, so let's gamble with the archived one. Yeah. Maid chamber. Ouch. That's actually really not what I was hoping for here. All right. Let's gamble on the dark room. I don't feel like running down to turn the power back on. And we got a closet. And a reroll. That'll actually help out a lot. Okay, now we're here in the antechamber. And we can work our way down. Can't pick the lock. Oh, darn, I have 15 keys. Foyer! I actually really don't mind this, because if we get the Great Hall, that'll actually help us out quite a bit. Plus, it keeps it moving, so... alright, 5 diamonds. I think that's the trophy room. I'd rather get the conservatory here. Pebbles. Let's try to make the wine cellar a little bit more standard. We'll make the chapel standard because it's not like a huge deal. But yeah, we'll make it standard. And then kitchen will be commonplace, I think. Yeah, that's fine. It's very rare that we make we increase a room's rarity, but it's like with the chapel, it's like I don't think we have any more. Okay, I think this is it. I think this is the vault. So we're going for the vault here. No, it was the attic. Okay. I'm not mad at this. Probably would have preferred the vault. But we did get the broken lever, so we can go make the jackhammer now. And that chest had a lot of stuff, some dice in it, which is very good. And I'm just double checking everything else. Man, was that really everything up here? That damn maid chamber is probably why. Alright. Well, let's go all the way around. Bam-a-lam. Yep, and then we gotta go down back here. So yeah, we know 2 of the banners are not the same color. We know that's not true. Whoop, right. Wrong way. Go this way. Near. 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 And we got some rerolls, so hopefully we don't get total garbage. Mount Holly gift shop. An archive floor plan. Let's reroll. I think the veranda's good here. I think we'll go here because there should be some dig spots. But before I do that, let's go make the jackhammer. Not really being super efficient with my steps, I admit, but we'll go make the jackhammer real quick. And again, the goal is hopefully to try and get the vault. But now we can make the jackhammer. So, broken lever and battery pack. Jackhammer it is. Man, have you guys not had game audio this entire time? That would be freaking awkward. Feels like there should be something there. Oh yeah, it DC'd. I'm sorry guys, you haven't had any game audio at all, and I just noticed. Well, that's awkward. Alright, but I did fix it now, so you should have game audio now. I do apologize, but yeah, like, you guys aren't going to hear anything about Alzera or anything like that. I'm so sorry. Gotta love when Windows pushes an update. I am so sorry I did not notice that before, that there was no in-game audio. Not that we've really relied a ton on in-game audio in the past, but still, like, not being able to hear the Great Alzara is probably a little annoying, so I do apologize for that. Okay. Got some gems. I need a deposit key. More gems. Silver key. Okay. Let's actually use the silver key here. Let's go with the pool. So the pool has two trunks in it. Another silver key? That's funny. I don't know if we'll end up actually using that silver key. Yeah, I am so sorry about that, YouTube. I'm glad I talk so much. But yeah, I am so sorry. Like, that is so frustrating. I cannot believe I just now noticed that. Like, again, I really and truly do apologize. Let's redraw here. boudoir, because this will give us maximum redraws, and hopefully we can find the vault. Hopefully. Not that it actually, I think, will matter, because I think we've dug everything up. But... try and lockpick that. Hey, look, there's the vault. Well, we got it. Dig spot in here, maybe? Yo, maybe I should have gone with the showroom instead. Sunday, January 10th. So, Gray Daniels' passport was compromised. J Ribbon is what they were using. And Samantha Hayes with an X on it. And I think that's it, everybody. I don't think we have any additional rooms we can draft. I think we were just shy of our dead ends. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dead ends, I think. So yeah, we were 8 short. Man. Another really good run, though. Another really good run. Just didn't quite get where we needed, unfortunately. But with that, I think we will call it a day. And I think we will also call it for this video. Yeah. Yeah, we'll call it here. I'm really tempted to play again, and maybe I'll add on another run to this in a minute, but I should probably go eat dinner. Hey, YouTube, and welcome back. This is going to be another edition. I mentioned at the end of day 65, we were probably going to do one more after I ate dinner. Well, I've eaten dinner. My dog is fed. He's actually chilling right here next to me. Cats are taken care of. And I'm feeling pretty good, so I want to do one more run. I was talking to Femzy about the vault problem we're running into, and she suggested that we try to go with either the trading post or the bunker. And if we go for the bunker, we have to try and draft the lost and found. So that's the strategy she recommended. Femzy is much, much smarter than me. She will probably say otherwise, but after talking to her, I'm pretty sure she's smarter than me. And I think it sounds like a good idea. It makes sense. So, and we need the trading post anyway, because we need to try and get the last upgrade disc from there as well. So, we're just going to jump straight on into it. Really, no other intro beyond that. And we're just going to, we're going to try and find this last sanctum key, which hopefully will give us the lead to the final one. Because I believe they said it's behind the 8th door, I think. So we will see. But yeah, we need to find this vault key for the sanctum. And I think I don't know what the deposit number is, but we gotta find out which one it is. So that is our plan. Is we need to collect as many items as possible, trade them in the trading post, and then of course also have the vault in the same run. Big ask for sure, but I do feel we're in a good spot. So. And look at this. Immediately, we're going to start off with 4 gems, the sleeping mask, and 2 keys, plus all of our monies. Money. Alrighty. So let's go out. We'll see if we can get either the shelter or the trading post. Then we'll probably use our Banner of the King, depending on what we get. We might actually go for the Red Room run. We'll see. But yeah, things have been. I'm really excited about this, and desktop audio is now available. So we'll get the shelter here. We will go inside because there is a gem we can grab, so might as well grab that. And on top of that, we can also remote in to the we can also remote into the lab. Remember, I'm trying to slow down, and I'm trying to think of everything we can do. I'm normally telling Tanner Boy to slow down, and now I'm trying to take my own advice. Okay. Yeah. So let's check staff services here. We'll just check the announcements. Oh, I think there's one in the archives that is locked in a filing cabinet and might know where that key is. Okay, we will definitely have to keep an eye on that. So that's the one I was talking about in the archive. I had been told, hey, there's one in the archive. I'm like, where? And they're like, oh, you might not have access to it. I'm like, okay, so maybe Anne will respond on there and tell us where it is. But as per usual, we're gonna put an order for the shovel because that is my strategy. I think it's been a good strategy to get a ton of items. Is to go all in on green rooms. Let's remote terminal access into the lab, and we'll start an experiment too. And that way we have it bright and early, so hopefully we'll be able to trigger the experiment lots of times and eventually get all of the radiation levels up. No, Tanner Boy, because normally that's not good, but in this case it'll unlock all the doors, which would be awesome. Okay, each time you enter... While drafting, you draw a drawing room floor plan. First time you enter each room in the 9th rank, or immediately. I guess we'll just go... We'll just do an immediate one here. I don't feel like trying to risk it all on the 9th run when we don't know how this run is going to go. But this way, we at least have a successful experiment. And we'll be good to go. And again, I do want to apologize for the lack of in-game audio, probably for the last video or two. I am honestly kicking myself that I did not notice, but I should have been paying more attention to that, and I am sorry. I will try to do better moving forward. Alright, man. Let's get the Geist bedroom immediately, and then let's use the Banner of the King, and we'll get green rooms again. This way, we start off with some dice, some rerolls, and on top of that, we also get 5 additional steps, which is kind of nice. But, yeah, hopefully we can start off this way. So there's the aquarium. We want to hang on to that because we want to try to draft the terrace. So we'll go with the den. And then over here, we should have a whole plethora of green rooms to choose from. Conservatory is probably the right choice here, but I think I'm going to actually go with the closet. I was thinking about the utility closet. Oh, look at that. We get the metal detector out of this? That's a good sign. But yeah, we definitely want to get the terrace and the veranda. That's our, that's my goal. We'll go with the bedroom here. Draft that immediately. Maybe we'll get lucky and get the morning room. Or we can get the terrace. I think the terrace is a great, great option here. This is what I was hoping for. And look, a banana. Banana. Oh. Tanner really like that, huh, bud? How you doing there, kiddo? It's okay. Alright, now, again, we gotta do some planning here. Okay. This would end our game immediately, so we have to use a redraw. It sucks to use it that early, but we gotta use it. Normally I get the hallway here, but I think we'll go with the aquarium instead, just because it's free, and... Oh, that did count as a shelter, though. Oops. I didn't think that through. My bad. That's alright. We still got 2 more. Servant spare quarters to get to the foundation. The commissary to make sure we have items. I think we go with the commissary here. Although this would give us 3 keys. Let's actually go servant spare quarters here. And then we'll try to get the commissary next time. And oh, look at that. More reroll dice. Cool. Worth it. Okay, so now we'll try to build out this way first. And then, yeah, we'll use one of our keys. Nursery, chapel, pantry. Let's go with the pantry here. This will give us a little bit more money and a banana. We'll go courtyard here. Yeah, courtyard. No shovel, unfortunately. I was really hoping we'd get lucky and get the shovel there, but that's okay. We can get security, or we could get dead end to this location. I think security is the way to go here, and now this way we can, you know, adjust the rooms and hopefully get some power as well. And see how many items we have. I know we'll have a trunk at least, but 2 coins and a trunk. Okay, so we did miss 2 coins, which might be in this room, so I'm not gonna like stress about it. We'll set the security level to low, so we should only see 1 to 2 doors there, and then we will unlock them just in case. And you know, if we do pull the all right, let's see, coins in here. No, surprisingly enough. Okay, they might be in the courtyard then. Or even the servants' spare quarters of the Foundation. I don't think they'd be in any of the other rooms. We could have some in the bedroom, but I kind of doubt it. Corridor? Yep. That's the only way this moves forward. And now we have, now it'll be unlocked too, which is good. No items from our metal detector. Unfortunate. We did use the power of the king here, right? Like, these rolls just don't feel... I don't feel like we're getting a ton of green rooms. Yeah, okay. I guess we're just getting some bad luck here. There's a coin on the floor. Gymnasium. I think we'll go with the library here. I don't really think we need any of these books, but I guess I will go with Arindia again, because maybe that'll give me a clue into the Ares key that I've overlooked a million times. Throne room. We're drafting that immediately, because this will give us instant access to room 46. Honestly, trying to get the lost and found. I don't want to use, like, I do want to use the aquarium, but at the same time, not really. Because that would basically force my hand. We'll use the pool hall here. And I do apologize, my dog is barking, so hang tight, everybody. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. And Tanner has been let out. So let us solve this puzzle. Let's hope I do a little bit better than the last one, huh? Alright, 16 minus 5 is 11. Times 2 is 22. Divided by 11 is 2. 1 squared is 1. Times 18 is 18. Divided by 9 is 2 again. 1 squared times 1 times 5 times 3 is 15. And we get a silver key. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, let's use a silver key here. See what they give me. Drawing room, conference room, East Wing Hall. I'm gonna go the drawing room here, just because that'll give me more, that'll give me a reroll I don't have to use for dice. And there's something on the ground. There it is. Ooh, lost and found. Let's get that, because that'll have us sheltered. And would you look at that? We got a safe deposit key. And a lucky rabbit's foot. And now we are sheltered from the lost and found. So now we need to try and get the vault, guys. That's our goal. We need to get the vault. Alright. So aquarium, hallway, solarium. I don't really like any of these. Though, admittedly, the hallway is probably the best option here. Let's redraw. Parlor. Okay, I do like the parlor here. I know it's, like, really late to get it, but... Alright, now we need to try and use our reroll Top statement of each box is true, and the above statement is true. Okay, so both of these are claiming to be true. The gems are not in this box, and the above statement is false. The gems are not in this box, and the above statement is true. So this could be a true box. This could be a true box. This could be a false box. So if the above statement is false, if that one's true, well, that contradicts itself. So, because then it would still be a false box, right? So the gems would be in that box if the bottom statement was true, and it would still be false. If this box is true, the gems are in this box, and the above statement is true. And if this one is true, then that would also be true. Now, if the top statement of each box is false, that can't be right, because all it takes is one false statement to make a box false. So this one has to be true. And if this one is true, that means the gems are indeed in this box. Got it. Okay. Use another key. Oh, my metal detector is going off. Commissary, solarium, or storeroom. Ah, this is kind of tough. We need the vault. So I could use a redraw to try and get it. Commissary also could be useful, but I'd rather try to get the vault. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and go for the vault here. Okay. We didn't get it, but that's alright, because we can get the boudoir, and that'll give us 2 more, car keys. Nice. Okay. But this will give us, get this diamond over here, and then we'll get whatever the item is. But yeah, I decided I'm going to go for this, so it'll give us something on reroll. Okay. Luckily, we are sheltered from the lost and found. We just need to get the vault. We just need to draft the vault here. So let's try to draft here. We'll use a key. Hallway to get another key. I want to save that. Locksmith to get more keys. That could potentially be super useful. Or we can use our redraw. I think I'm going to use the redraw. I'm going to try to go for the vault. Conference room is still good. Utility closet isn't as good here. Solarium. Let's go with the solarium here. I know it's risky, but I think the vault is an unusual or rare room. And this would help quite a bit if we could add the likelihood of drawing it. So I think that's a worthwhile risk. I don't think it's necessarily the best decision I've ever made, but I do think it is. Yeah. We got it, guys. I was about to say, I don't think it's the best decision we ever made, and then it immediately pays off. Of course, it does that as soon as I say that, right? Today is Monday, January 11th. And I think we finally got what we needed. Hopefully this is the right key. It's going to be embarrassing if it wasn't. I think they said it was 370? Yeah. Uncle, thank you again for all of your help. I know I could never hope to repay you, but it pains me to know that I won't even have the chance to try. At any rate, I'm leaving these extra funds behind as well as the extra passports. It would be too risky if we were searched at the border, and the money would raise too much suspicions. I think we all want a clean start anyway. I know I do. Mary. And we finally got the Sanctum key. Oh my good golly gosh, that makes me so happy. Alright, let's not waste any time. We will come back and we will finish this, but I want to see what we can do with this Sanctum key. And if, in fact, the 8th key will be unlocked, once we solve the 7th. I'm, like, legitimately so excited, guys. Like, I cannot even, like, properly express. I know I'm probably not selling it super well, but, like, inside, I am screaming. This is something that I have been working towards for ever. I want to say we've been trying to find this key for, God, like probably close to like 10 or 12 in-game days. I'd have to go back and check, but it's been a long time. All right. Here we go. Running shoes would have been awesome here, but you know what? If we still have plenty of steps, I'm not worried about it. Okay. We're gonna try Nuance first, because I'm pretty sure I know everything there, or at least most of it. So that's Nuance. That's Cocorica. So Cocorica is academic. Let me just pull up my notes here. Sorry, I have a lot of notes. Okay. So with Nuance, all we know is aviation, and they're probably industrial, if I had to guess. We don't know what their weather is, but we could probably narrow that down. With Cocorica, though, we know for a fact... I'm just going to put a marker here, because I have them in different spots, because we unlock them at different times. But with Cocorica, all we're missing is transportation. And again, I feel confident we could get that. So let's do Cocorica. And here we go. So we know that they are academic. Academic, that's military. That's industrial, or that's city. There's academic. We don't know what their weather is snowy, but we don't know their transportation. So, snowy. Nope, that's windy. Or not windy. Yeah, there's snow. Okay. So, what we don't know is their transportation. Let's go look through all their all the transportation. So, we've had train and locomotive, road and carriage, naval. They're probably horseback, if I had to guess. I would bet money they're horseback. So, let's find... Oop, that's the wrong one. My bad. Alright, we gotta go through it again and get back to snowy. That's stormy. That's heat. Here we go. Alright. So I would bet money it's horseback. And then their color is orange. So what is that? I need to make sure I get this correct. Orange. Looks like they have triangles on the end. So it's the triangle guy. I think that's yellow. I think these are like actual triangles. Yeah, there we go. Was that not it? Okay. So, I'm going to assume I didn't get horseback right. So... maybe it is train or locomotion, perhaps? No, maybe not. That is aviation, which probably isn't the case. This is camels. Now, don't know why it would be camels, but let's try it. No. No, they're definitely orange. Definitely education, because they had the colleges there, right? That's yellow. We've already used that. That's pink. That's red. Oh, come on now. There we go. Okay. Orange. Nope. Okay. We'll just go through all the transportation. Let me go check Arc Aries and just make sure that I don't have the orange and the yellow flipped. The way I drew it was not ideal. Okay, that is yellow. Okay, I do have it right. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay. So, transportation is this guy. We'll try roads. Okay, it was roads. But we did it. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities the further we travel up the mountains to attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having brought so many books. This is the first room I visited without porters. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, throw away that which is expendable. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I'd planned. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid winter here is a welcome relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. So, it looks like he did Kokorika after Vera, actually. So, let me mark that in the notes I have. Should be right around here. So it was Vera, then Kokorika. I just gotta find the place in my notes for it. Sorry, guys, hang on. So Vera was after Morajai, and then... Alright. So it looks like, yeah, it was probably Kokorika. If I had to guess, we were probably pretty close, but we will see. Okay. We'll go over here and solve this guy, and then behind the 8th locked door. Alright, so yeah, those rotate. Those guys go down. Oh yeah, and these guys match whatever they're surrounded with. That's right. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's see. Doing something wrong here. Okay. So we got both of those, but the trick is we got to get the Rasha guy up. And we also have to get the green guy up as well. There we go. Okay. I've got it now, I think. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Allowance token. And now let's go see if the final door will open or if there's something else I have to do. Final key is locked behind the 8th door. Behind the last door of 8. I really hope I didn't just soft lock myself. Let me check. Because if it's the last door of 8, it could have we could have had to get Vera instead. Or Nuance, I should say. That's gonna be really awkward if we if I just hard locked myself out on this run after being so excited. So let me see. Okay, I did not hard lock myself. And I know where to go. I didn't think the game would do that, but you never know, right? Whoops, sorry, let me check this again so I can keep an eye on audio level, sorry. So yeah, the 8th, we still have work to do. Let me put it that way. We still have some work to do. There's only one other room that has 8 doors. And that room is the Mechanarium. So we still have one big puzzle left to get. And then we should be good to go. But yeah, I gotta really work on trying to solve that. And the best thing I can do is to go back up to the mansion. And we will continue our playthrough. But very exciting. We finally got the one in the vault, which is the pure RNG one. Everything else, there's going to be some RNG. But the nice thing is that with the Mechanarium, I believe there is a strategy we can follow for that now. So I'm happy about that, and it's to draft mechanical rooms. All the mechanical rooms, I believe, are blue. So if we do go all in on the Banner of the King for blue rooms, I think we would have a much higher chance of getting it. We have security. I think we would need to draft the lab. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the room directory. So we have the boiler room, the utility closet, the pump room, security, workshop, and lab. And in order to get the pump room, we would need the pool. And yeah, so we would need to draft as many of those as possible. So we still have a lot of room here, potentially. So let's give it a try. Hey, look at that. There's the Mechanarium right now. Unfortunately, I don't think we have enough. So let's reroll to give us a shot. And I guess we'll go with the Mount Holly gift shop. We'll see. I think we needed 8 trophies for the blue tents. Yeah, so we don't have enough trophies yet. I think we're 1 shy. But that's all right because we know the Mechanarium is inside now, and hallway doors are always unlocked. I think that's a good draft here. So we know it's in the pool, which is pretty good. I'm gonna redraw here as much as I don't want to, but I'm gonna redraw. And, ooh, no matter what we do, we are going to lock ourselves out of a significant part, including room 46. But that's okay, because we know what the strategy is now. We know what we need to do. I still might be able to get enough. We do have security. There's a chance, not a big chance, but a chance we can make this work still. Her Ladyship's bedchamber! That would be awesome if I actually wanted it, but I don't. So we're going to go with secured with the passageway here, secret tunnel. And we'll go with the Halls of Holly. We'll get a hall. And I think we'll go with the normal hallway here. Grab a key. Go this way. Archives or the Dovecote. Let's go with the Dovecote and we'll just rotate it. And I guess we'll knock out the storeroom here. Not that we really need it, but it'll be... We can remove it from the draft pool anyway. I don't think we're going to be able to get the 8th Sanctum key today. But let's get... I was tempted to get the treasure trove, but let's just try to maximize what we do have. We'll get the utility closet, just because that's another mechanical. And unfortunately, we didn't draft what we needed, but that's okay, because we got the vault, which was the hard one. So, you know what? I'm not upset about it. Not even slightly. We're going to draft the freezer here, and that way we'll start off with 14 gems and 144 coins tomorrow. And we're going to do another run. But yeah, this feels really good. We got that Sanctum key. So we are all set. I feel really good about this particular one. And now we know where the last one is because I just needed to check to make sure it wasn't hard locked. So as I was like, oh, the 8th door, it's like, oh, what if we had to like do a Sanctum key? But I didn't think that would be the case. It's the Mechanarium. That's the only door, that's the only one in the game that has 8 doors besides the Grand Hall, or the Great Hall, and if it was in the Great Hall, we would have found it by now. So I'm confident that's where it is. Man, what a good run. What a really, really good run. I feel really good about that one, guys. I really do. And now, yeah, all we need is nuanced. I'm pretty sure they're industrial, and I don't know what their weather's going to be, but I'm pretty sure they fly by airship. So, All right, here we are. Okay. Do I want to use the power of the king here? There's a part of me that does, but I think I'm going to use it after this because I want to get the trading post, potentially. Got the trading post. Okay, cool. Now if we collect a bunch of items this run, which we might, I think we'll be in a good spot. But yeah, I want to try to draft every mechanical room we can. That's the goal here. Grab our allowance. We're sitting at a very hefty 100 and... yeah, so we need 12 more of those puzzles, one more invention, trophy of sigils, and then everything else we would need to launch a new save for, which, just so you guys know, YouTube, we will potentially have a day one and a trophy of speed run here very soon, potentially. All right, utility closet immediately. That's off to a great start. And I am going to go with blueprints today. All of these are really good choices. Drafting Studio is not going to help us a lot. Like, that's kind of a dead draw now because we got all of those additions. We're just missing 2 found floor plans. And I think one of them you find in after you get 50. Let's go with the storeroom. We'll draft this here because this will give us some keys. Not really shy on gems this run, thanks to the freezer, which is kind of cool. We can go the aquarium or the library. I think out of these 2 choices, could also go with the nook. Let's go with the nook here, just to get that extra key. I don't know if we'll draft the library. We'll see. It's a good option, but I think out of these, I want to remove some of these dead end rooms. So let's get the mail room. So now we have a package that'll be ordered for tomorrow, which is good. No item here. No additional letters yet, which is fine. And all right, now let's hope we don't get a poor draw, huh? Well, the pool, that'll help, because that'll give us the pump room. So we'll go there. Let me also, while we're here, let me just flip this off, and we'll turn on the power. All right, let's hope for another good draw. 3 bad draws. Unlucky. Very, very unlucky. Man. Should have stuck to my gut. I was hoping we wouldn't have this, but damn. Well, I'm glad I went with that. I'm glad I went with this room because we just found the key card, so we can still continue this run. Thank God, because I was going to be very upset. So we had the key card and 2 gems. Where's the 4th item? Hope I'm not overlooking it. Oh, sleeping mask. It's right here. There we go. Nice. Don't know how useful that'll be here, but that's okay. Just used 2 spaces there for no reason. All right, let's go into the basement. Actually, I'm an idiot. We have to repower on the keycard system. Just used up a shit ton of steps we didn't need to, but that's okay. Again, I need to slow down. I need to slow down. I need to keep telling myself that. I need to slow down. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. You alright there, Tanner boy? Good dog. Come here, kiddo. It's okay. Come here. Come here, mister. Come here, bud. It's okay. Yeah, you're doing great, dude. Come here, bud. Tanner is, making his presence known to me right now. Ooh, Rotunda's a good one to have right here. That'll open up pretty much this entire section, so... Yep, let's just start here, and we'll just keep moving until we dead end. Security and the pump room. Wow, nice. Let's rotate... Let's rotate security. Whoops, I actually had it right. There we go. Thank God this is free, huh? Okay, security room. Since we have the key card, view state inventory, 2 trunks in the pool, key card system, key card security settings. We'll set that up to high, and we'll keep it locked as I turned it back on. Log into the network. Good dog, Tanner. I love you, bud. Tanner's the sweetest boy, guys. Just so you guys know, he is such a good dog. Oh, boy. Yeah, you're such a good boy. I love you so much, dude. Staff services, staff announcement. It's actually 2 file cabinet keys you hid for the Baron, but I think the one you're talking about is buried by the grill in the patio, and have to double check the aquarium to be certain. So the aquarium tells where the filing cabinet keys are. Okay. Good to know. I will keep that in mind. But one is the grill by the patio. Okay. We'll still request the shovel, because why not? Like, shovel's just useful. And we'll also remote terminal access as well into the laboratory, so we can start an experiment. Alright. Each time you unlock or bypass the security door, remove a crate from the tunnel. Okay. There we go. Alright, we'll just keep moving until we run out of stuff. Pump room here. I think that's a great place to put it, quite frankly. So we'll get this. Again, just trying to get as many mechanical rooms as possible. We'll do the kennel here. Pet the doggo. Woof woof, good boy. Just like you, Tanner, good boy. And we'll draft the lab. Didn't need to remote access in here, but hey, you know, we didn't need to do a lot of things. But alright, we got an experiment running. I wonder, can we run 2 experiments at the same time? Probably not, but let me check. Nope, okay. No worries. Alright, so we now have 1, 2, 3, 4 mechanical rooms. What other ones are there? Let me check. Workshop and the boiler room, so there's only 2 more. So, ideally, because the way the mechanarium works, if I remember correctly, the way it works is that, yeah, I don't want to get the archives or the furnace here, so we will go with the pantry. We'll use a key here. Garage, parlor, or planetarium. I think out of all these, I think the garage is the way to go. Now we can unlock that, which is good. I don't see anything else. We had the car keys last time. And we do still have the trading post, so hopefully we can, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get the showroom. But that will lock out this corner. We now have a couple more options, which is good. And then we will rotate and get this door and access to the foundation. And that way, once that's done, we will be all set and ready to go. Locker room, we want the workshop. That's another one there. Coin purse, which we needed. Hell yeah. Let me just see if we have... the coin purse works with either of these. It does not. I'm not surprised. And... we're just missing the boiler room now. And that would be 6. Dining room is probably good, because we do need more... we will absolutely need more steps. So I'm going to drop the dining room here. Drawing room would have been my preferred one, but I'm just trying to plan ahead and make sure that we give ourselves the best chance possible. Trophy room... yeah. Conference room's the way to go here. Let's go this way. Mechanarium. I think I want to try to get the boiler room. So I'm going to try to go with the aquarium. And look, the shovel. But it's good to know that we have that option now. Okay, let's see. By the grill. Dig by the grill. Okay, we're gonna have to check that out at some point. Alright, let's stick to the edge for now and just climb as far north as we can. Drawing room is what I want. And we get 10 additional steps, plus another gem. Not that we really need the gem, but still. And again, just sticking to my strategy. Go as far north as possible. Another aquarium. A closet. Or we could redraw. Let's go with the aquarium, just because this will give us more steps. And a place to dig. Old shoe. Fair enough. I don't really see... I think the observatory... or we could do the music room. Library will allow us to draft less common floor plans. And I think the boiler room is unusual. I'm going to go more keys, just to give us a higher chance of not running out. Oh, look, secret garden key. Nice. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Nope, gotta use a normal key here. Attic, ballroom, wine cellar. I don't like any of these, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I think they're all pretty awful. I guess I will go with the attic just to maximize our number of items for the trading spot. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Luckily, we still have plenty of other opportunities, so I'm not super stressed about dead-ending there. Would have preferred to not, obviously, but what are you going to do? Yeah, the study, getting these redraws, I think, will be really important. I know it's another dead end, but I do feel that getting this is going to be very important. So let's get the study. That way now we can spend gems to redraw, which is good because we have so many of them. But all right. Now we go to the drawing room. Do we have the battery? We don't. I was going to make the jackhammer, but we do not have the battery. Oh, I don't like dead-ending this. I don't like dead-ending this one bit, even if it does give us more gems. And that's what the mirror room would do. Don't let it fool you. Okay, I guess let's try to redraw again. Mechanarium. With this one, there would only be an additional door, and we have what? How many of them? Workshop? We have 5, right? Workshop, security, pump room, laboratory, and utility closet. So that's 5 doors. I actually think this would give us 4 corners. I think. Oh, this is such a tough call. Do I spread keys throughout the house? Or do I go for the mechanarium here? One door for each mechanical room in your house. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to play it safe. We know it's there. We have plenty of gems. There are now keys everywhere. I literally should have just gone down to the conference room and just picked up all the keys. We have keys. We have plenty of gems to redraw. The mechanarium does not cost anything, so it's not like we're looking for one. The boiler room only costs 1. I think we have a shot at getting this. I really do. Okay, I think we got all the keys. I'm just double checking before I run away. I would love to turn the power back on in the dark room. How much steps do we have? 33? We didn't make it. Yeah. I'm not risking anything on this run. I'm going to play it as carefully as I can. I'm going to go have our meal. We didn't make it to rank 8. Oh, no, we didn't. Fuck. Just wasted a bunch of steps. Okay. I'm going to play it as safe as I can, guys. And we're going to try to go north. That's going to be the goal. If we don't get the mechanarium, if we don't get the boiler room, we're going to try to go north. This is going to cost us a couple steps to do. But I think in the long run, it will be worth it. I just have to be smart. We still have 25 steps. I think by the time we get to the utility closet, we'll be at like 20. So I think we'll have about 15 by the time we get back. Okay, we're going to have one more step than I thought we would. But still. I'm not taking any risks this run, as you guys can tell. I could go for the pool options, but I don't think there's going to be anything that will help my steps. So, here's 19. I think by the time we get back, we'll be at around 15, which should, if we play this right, be okay. And if not, we'll make it work. But yeah, I didn't want to gamble and hit a dead end. I bet someone's watching and screaming at me that I could have just unlocked the final sanctum key in the mechanarium already. I like guarantee someone's probably going to watch and be screaming that I could have done it. There's the battery. Okay, so if we do end up going back to the workshop, which I'm not going to do unless we... Boiler room. Got it. I should have, Actually, I don't even think I could have rotated that. Alright, some dig spots down there. Maybe we'll get a turnip. We'll use the secret garden key. Yes. I forgot about this. So, yeah, let's head back to the conference room. Well, actually, let me see. How many steps do we have? We have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's just go maximize our steps. We have to come back. We're going to go maximize our steps. I'm playing this very risk averse, as you guys can probably tell. We're going to go into the conference room. There's a whole bunch of fruit in here now, including 2 oranges, so that's an additional 10. 3 oranges, so that's, God, I think like 21 steps. We will go into the workshop. I'm going to build the jackhammer. And then we're going to go back into the boiler room. We're going to dig. We're going to go into the secret garden. We're going to dig. And we're going to open up everything under the sun. We'll go through the rotunda. Less steps. Go down here. We'll dig. Got some coins, okay. Not ideal, but not the worst thing. Ivory dice, hell yeah, there we go. More rerolls. Go out into the secret garden. There's a dig spot here. Coins. Okay, don't need those yet, but that's alright. Pull the lever. Rotate these. Rotate that again. Rotate here. Rotate there. And 1. And 2. And 1. And 2. And there we go. Got the other lever. Alright. 2 antechamber doors open, and let's head north. Gallery or observatory? I'm gonna go with the observatory here, because we'll probably get a bonus of some kind. We're almost at 50 stars. Okay, green rooms have special flowers. We get a key. Apples are extra delicious, which we got in that earlier. The slice for 3 steps. The twins, 2 chests in the entrance hall, and another diamond. It's pretty awesome. Use one of our 15 keys. Let's use a die. Gallery. Okay, I like it. Get some more diamonds. And key 8. Get the dove coat here. And a gem. Man, I don't like any of these. Redraw. Library it is. And an apple. And it's extra delicious. We get some more steps. Okay. Oris. Aries. Northern Storms. Magic and Poetry. King of the People. Moved it to Oris. Then 6th of October. And there's the pacification of Fen in the Morning Bay. "22 long years." Arc Aries and Nuance joined. Fen Aries, Arc Aries, and Araha. And yeah, nothing in there about the key, unfortunately, but that's all right. Okay, so if we do the Mechanarium here, we have literally every one there, and we have 2 open doors. So this would have 6 in total if we drafted it right here. It should have 6 doors in total, right? I am going to just check the Mechanarium drafting strategy they have. I'm not going to go like too insane on spoilers. I just want to check and make sure if we can get the 8th key. So let's see. You have to draft 7 gear type rooms. So we've drafted 6, but one of them is shut. I think we have it. I think so. All right. Let's give it a try. Moment of truth, guys. Do we get the last sanctum key here? I think we got it. That door's already triggered. That door will lead us. Silver key. Nice. And there it is. The final sanctum key, everybody. This is the run. This was the run. And the sledgehammer. Nice. Okay, that's kind of fun. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to unlock this with the silver key. Have a room with multiple doors. We will use the vestibule here. We're going to go inside the vestibule. That will trigger our... This is rank 8. We now have the dining hall. We are going to go back to the dining room. We are going to eat our food. We are going to go down and get the last sanctum key door. We are going to solve for nuance. And we will see what happens. But this way we should have plenty of steps. Ooh, I think this one, if we had the showroom, which we did not get the showroom, but that's okay. Because that still will be plenty of steps. We might even be able to solve multiple mysteries today. No running shoes either, just a little unfortunate. I can't believe we got 2 sanctum keys in a single run. We're going to do this twice. I'm really glad. I had that moment of panic where I was like, oh no. Did we lock ourselves out? The final sanctum key. We've officially unlocked all of them. The only thing I'm not certain about is the weather and nuance. That's it. I'm pretty confident they are industrial. I am pretty confident... I don't know their weather, though. We'll try windy for now. And their transportation, I am 90% sure, is going to be airship. And they are green. It's orange. Is that green? No, okay. Let me check my notes again, everybody. I'm gonna try not to... We have aviation. So many notes, everybody. So many notes. Yeah, so this is green. Alright, so we probably have the weather wrong, if I had to guess. Weather is... It's the third one, right? Yeah. Or no. Oops. It's the middle one. Okay, got airship. Yeah, we can try calm weather. Why not? No? Okay. That's fog. We'll just go through the weather. Rain. Nope. Storms? Probably not, if I had to guess. That's heat. Snow? Maybe. Doubt it, but we'll check. Wind again. Park Aries was industrial, right? What if they're not industrial after all? What if instead... Military! Alright, makes sense. I mean, they did have the frickin' airship. I'm just gonna write this down. Sorry, everybody, hang on. Uno momento, por favor. So yeah, their weather was, it looks like it's windy. And yeah, the transportation 100% had to be aviation. Like that made, it would have made no sense for anything else. Jump across the board. Yep. Okay. Okay. We gotta do something about that. Flip that. Flip. Flip, flip. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Another allowance token. By far my favorite room I visited during this trip, but I've always had a penchant for technology and less moved by the beauty of nature than others. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Kokorika or the beaches of Morajai. Perhaps I'm just letting my childhood love of dirigibles compromise my objectivity. From the ships I have visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I look across the Eastern Sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought that I would miss the sight of red flags. Okay, so it looks like Nuance was last. Or second to last, perhaps. So let me check. So it looks like Nuance is after Kokorika or Morajai. Via airmail, that's pretty cool. So it looks like Nuance might be 7. So that's after Morajai and Kokorika. Okay, so I think we have everything. I think we have all of our notes where we can take some educated guesses. Nuance is probably number 7. Okay, I think I know the solution in room 46. Oh, speaking of, let's pull this. I just used 2 steps like a fool. Trophy of the Sigils. That also means we have we can potentially purchase the blue what's it called? The blue tents now. I think that was our 8th trophy. So kind of nice. We can now draft the Mount Holly gift shop again. Okay, let's see what we can do with the rest of this run. We did get all of the sigils. I wonder if there's anything else we're supposed to do. I didn't see anything like unlock. So, I don't know. We'll go back up through the dark room. I may have rushed out of there too soon, if I'm going to be honest. I should have probably checked the other... Again, I didn't slow down. I didn't take my own advice there. Secret Garden. I gotta try and do better next time, guys. Sorry. But the nice thing is we have that area permanently unlocked now, so I don't know if there's anything else down there that we could have used or needed. Trophy room going the wrong way. Clock tower. This will give us 2 keys to start tomorrow. So yeah, we'll go with the clock tower. Get another dead end there, that's fine. We have the vestibule, so I'm not super worried about it. Alright. No need to use that one there. Casino, office, or planetarium. Let's go with the office here. Because this is actually facing the right way, and then we can get into room 46. Okay, got the basement key. Let's try and solve this puzzle. Okay. Number 1. Arinda Aries. 8. 7. Nuance. 6. Arc Aries. 5. Kokorika. 2. Morajai. Then Vera. Let me check the map. Doesn't look like anything triggered. So something's not right. So Vera was after Morajai. If I have this map right, I think we do. I'm reasonably certain that Nuance was number 7. We know Fen Aries is last. Because he looks across to the eastern shores and sees red flags. He said he headed south. Said he got there by boat. All right. Let me open up all of his. Let me just open up. I'm not going to get the solution. I'm just going to try to find the text of his 8 realms. All right, we've got all the postcards. So let's start with Arinda Ares. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, if the true spirit of adventure, you've departed, forsaking both map and plan. As it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. Then I think Iraha's next. I was a little disappointed that there has not been a drop of rain during my time here, as every Irajan story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make on this trip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that adopt the countryside make this place feel different from home. And here... Because, yeah, if he headed south, Iraha would logically be there next. The Fen Ares postcard. I'm actually writing this postcard sitting at my desk at home. Yeah, so that's 1412112L on this one. Air travel is much better than sea travel. Yeah, so the air travel indicates that that Nuance and Fen Ares are 7th and 8th, because Nuance travels by air. So Nuance also, he talks about Kororika and Morajai. So most likely that's after them. Arc Ares. We arrived here after a few days of sailing, and it makes me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. It's a destination with which I'm well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business for Cinca. This time I will avoid the familiar towns and factories and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. And this is 1401130, which could be a date of some kind. So maybe Arc Ares was second? I mean, a few days of sailing would indicate that... Yeah. Alright. Morajai. After a short sea voyage, we arrived on the main island of Morajai last night in good spirits. They are belligerent in their politeness, and after spending a full day among the Joya Real, I am just as afraid of eating another dish as I am of rejecting their offers. And they each have been short on solitude. Okay. Then I think the Vera one was next. Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I owe that I deeply love my time here at Vera. Memories of the youthful trip I took here with my brother have been relentless. As I've gotten older, I find less and less passion to recollect on such trivial pleasures. Do remember vividly, which is not sent a single speck of charm of the famous turtles. Yeah, and he talks about how the weather is much more severe than it was in Morajai. So yeah, Vera is definitely after Morajai. I wonder if it's like this. And then in Kokorika, he talks about how he went from Vera. Yeah, so it's. And he ended up forsaking all but one of his books. So the only two I'm not positive about are Iraha and Arc Ares. So let's take a look at that. I just want to find the postcards. So his journey, I'm just thinking about this, right? It definitely feels like he started south first. If he then took a boat ride, it would make sense that he would either go to Morajai, then Vera, then Kokorika. Nuance, it definitely feels like he went to last, so I think I have that one right. So let's just think about this for a minute. Let's just move all these backwards. So we have that, that. Oh! Oops. We accidentally solved it, guys. To Lady Aravai of Trisdale. Know all men by these presents, the Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of all the land that rests in the northern range of Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey the bearer of this document, Lady Orave of Trisdale, the land, forest, waters of the sheer cliff that rest in the northern shadow of the Holy Leaf Mountain, with all the rights, privileges, and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Grand Year of Fenarius, 1912. Said premises, the same are free and clear of all encumbrances. Good right to sell and pay the same. So that's a certified copy of the deed, and here's the last will. Revoke all wills and hereforto made by me. I have never been married, and I have no children. Direct all my debts and outstanding expenses to be paid as soon as after my decease as possible. All servants and staff in my employ at time of my death shall be granted indefinite leave to be paid out of the reserves of my estate till such a time as new master bids their return. In the event that the aforesaid reserves for this purpose are depleted, I direct my executor to make provisions for their future employment and do so in a manner that is just and equitable. Thirdly, Hartley Rota, hereby gift to him the Lake Hal and Trisdale and a small measure of gratitude for his many years of wearing. Yep, okay. Late cousin, Tillon's two children, Courtney Farron and Rygard Farron, who have sometimes been impulsive and hasty in their actions, I grant to each a cuckoo clock set eternally on the sacred hour, for only time will tell if they are ready to slow down enough to appreciate the gifts bestowed upon them with patience and wisdom that comes with maturity. In the case that Lionel Epson shall return from his travels abroad, or in the event that any of his heirs should present themselves, I bequeath to him and or them, as the case may be, the diary and its related key, which formerly belonged to his sister, Clara Epson, which I have kept in her room and beside her grave, respectively and respectfully. Gallery. Composed of T, P, R, and that. Okay. 1 year hence, following the date of my earthly departure, when it will be removed from Mount Holly's draft pool. Okay. Grand Cathedral of Araha, I bequeath the 8-stone statue sculpted in the likeness of the 8 Asheron angels, Orinda, Lydia, Rinna, Joya, Daju, Vea, Milla, and Draxus. Sculpted figures have been in the Sinclair tome for multiple generations, and even though there have been much debate over their natural numerical order, they have nevertheless remained steadfast in their safeguarding of our family's secrets. I trust they will continue to provide the Cathedral of Araha that same level of stewardship. My grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all the rest, residue, and remainder of my estate, and my right, title, and interest in the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. As a token of my cordial and affectionate friendship, which for nearly half a century his grandmother, Clara Epson, has shown me. The above provision and bequest is contingent on finding room 46. Personal deed to the entire estate. Okay. No confident in any airworthy Sinclair legacy should have no trouble. Proof of discovery, then the gift shall lapse, and the above clauses. Provisions pertaining to that clause shall be considered null and void, and the rest of my estate shall be disposed of and gifted to the Urindian Heritage Foundation under the condition that the house be immediately winnowed and sealed with explicit instructions and allowances. The site should not be reopened until black flags are once again flying over Oris, or 110 years have passed since my death. Whatever day shall come first. As one final gift to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, I leave and bequeath him the original manuscripts of his mother's works that were produced here under the roof of her childhood home. These preliminary draft copies include red prints, which she wrote while visiting the estate during their brightest of her days, and a new clue, which she penned here during the darkest. I hope that in due time and in the natural order of things, you will come to be content as I have with what little of herself she left us. And 1993, 18th of March. Okay. That's a lot to take in. And suddenly, I don't know what we're supposed to do from here. Aside from use the key of Ares somewhere. And I don't know where we would do that. So, let's write down where we went. Let's just write this down in case we have to look at this again. So it was Orinda Ares, Iraha, Arc Ares. I think we then had Morajai, then Vera. And then Kokorika. And finally, Nuance and Fenaris. Okay. I don't know how much of that I should write down. So I'm going to take some notes, YouTube. I'll be right back. I'm just going to write down the deed and that the will was solved. And it's a certified copy. So, yeah, I will be right back. Okay, guys? Hang tight. Alright, guys, I am back. I just took very abbreviated notes. I figure at this point we're so late in the game that I will just look it up if we have to, just like we did with the Sanctum postcards. But, yeah, that is where we are. I don't know what else we're supposed to do. So I don't know what else we need. So here's what we're gonna do, because that solves just about every other mystery we had. Um, we'll continue to build out the house for this run. Tanner is very impatient. He wants me to wrap up here pretty soon. Come here, Tanner boy. Come here, kiddo. Come here, bud. I know. I'm going a lot later than I planned. I'm sorry, bud. Come here. Come here. Anyway, we'll just try to build this out, and we'll see whatever clues we can find. Tanner, come here, dude. Come here, boy. Tanner, come here. Come here. Come here. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Tanner, come here. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Why don't you lie down, okay, bud? It's okay. Good boy. Alrighty. Sorry about that, everybody. Probably edit that out. We'll see. But anyway, I am back. Tanner is here, and yeah, we've got more stuff to do. That's for sure. So we could go down to the vestibule. I think, though, in the interest of steps, we will go here and try to get a couple more things. We could get the wine cellar. We still haven't done the parlor, which is funny. Let's go with the commissary here. Everything is 50% off. And look, we can buy a whole bunch of bananas. This will help max out our steps. And we'll use a key here. We won't use key 8 just yet. Though maybe we should have. Let's redraw. And we'll redraw one more time and hope we have better luck. Cloister of Arindia. I think that's a good one to have here. Yeah, I don't think we have a ton of dead ends. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we don't have nearly enough. We'll go with the Cloister of Arindia here. Or Cloister of Arinda, I should say. Pebbles. Gems. Okay. And more gems. Who doesn't like gems? Where is that scepter, I wonder? We'll go with the... We'll redraw here. Could get the vault, but we don't have anything for it, so let's go with the trophy room. I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed by the lack of security doors. And I guess we'll go with the closet here. Lucky Rabbit's Foot. And look at that. I would love if we could draft the freezer, but I don't think that's going to be likely. I think the freezer's out of the pool this time since we used it last time. Let's go with the foyer. Just eliminate the vestibule entirely. And then we will redraw. Treasure trove, but it's facing the wrong way. Well, I don't know if we have anything else, so let's go with the treasure trove. This will end our run, but always contain false statements. Okay. Might as well just collect all the money. We can't use it for anything, but... Alright, well this was one heck of an interesting run, that's for sure. Let's go down, before we call it, let's go to the trading post, and we'll see if we can get enough, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't think we can do anything with what we have. Because we only have 15 steps, and we would need to get to the trading post, and I don't think we can from here. That's okay, though. Because, yeah, we need to get back. So, let's at least make it to the workshop. Yeah, we can make it to the workshop, and maybe we can at least test to see if this will... work. So we go down in here. Through this way, through here, through the boiler room. And the fastest way down would be through here and then through the rotunda and into the workshop. Good boy, Tanner Dog. And let's see if we can build anything here with the coin purse. Lucky Rabbit's Foot to create our final item. And we get the Trophy of Invention. I'm glad we checked this. And it doubles all the money we find. Nice. Okay, I'm going to mark that on our notes for, you know, all our inventions. So... So that is the Lucky Purse. And we've made all the inventions. Wow. Guys, I think we are at the point where there is only one major objective we have left. And that's the Key of Ares. I don't know where else to go, but I'm really excited to check it out. So let's call it a day here. We will review everything we managed to accomplish, which was a lot. And we'll wrap up this video. I know it's a long one, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. Maybe I'll split it into two. We'll see. But, man. What a awesome, awesome ride. YouTube, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I think we are in the late stage endgame here. I think there may be some more stuff. We can get those blue tents from the Mount Holly gift shop now. Maybe that'll add something new. I don't know. It might add another layer to the game from what I've heard. I don't know. But with this game, there's always another secret. And right now, the big secret we haven't been able to solve is where to put the Key of Ares. Our fortune teller friend indicated it's underground. I don't know where underground, but we'll have to try and find it. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye!